Sometimes two seemingly separate events can influence each other in some strange magical ways. I'll show you a demonstration of what that would look like. I'm going to split the deck in about half, so about here looks to be about half. And in this left pile, would you just cut part of that pile? Maybe just a half, a quarter, or a third, however much you want, doesn't matter. Right there. Do you want any more or any less? You want one more? Okay. And that was the first event. Pretty easy, right? The second event's a little more complicated. Same thing, just cut the packet again. Just cut the packet again one more place. Right here. And I want you to just take a look at that one card. Take a look at that one card. And so they do. You place it on this packet, and then we're going to bury it into the deck like this. And now sometimes people think I do some sneaky sleight of hand. I'm going to show you the fairest shuffle I know. Ready? Looks just like this. I know it's just simple. Top and bottom card, whole thing shuffled. Fairest shuffle I know. And at this point I would hand it to the spectators and let them do the rest. But we'll just keep continuing here, and we're done. So that was event 2. Event 1, you didn't even know what you were doing at first. You just cut off a random number of cards. Event 2 was you chose a card and it got buried and shuffled into the deck. But like I said, sometimes two seemingly random events can somehow influence each other. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is a really simple self-working trick, but don't let it fool you. This trick can be really powerful. A lot of it depends on the performer and how they kind of prompt the script, how they kind of prompt what they say, and how they kind of present the trick. To do this trick, you're going to need to pre-mark your deck in exactly half. So in my case, I'm using all 52 cards plus 2 jokers. 54 cards, half of that is 27. So the 27th card I'm going to mark with a joker. If you're using just 52 cards, you'll mark the 26th card. And as I'm explaining about, two different events having, influence on each other, I'm just riffling the cards kind of to myself. And when I see that joker, I'm going to stop and split it at the joker. From here, I'm going to flip these halves over and have the audience member cut this half, a quarter, a third, however much they want, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to explain that was event 1. For event 2, they do the same thing, but this time I want them to actually look at the card that they cut to. So I'll give them this card and pick up these 2 halves while they're looking at the card. So in this case, it's the 4 of spades. I'll ask them to place their 4 spades here, and then we'll bury that 4 spades by just putting the other half on top. And I'm trying to keep my hands off the cards as much as possible because I want this to really seem like it's legit magical and that I'm not really doing any sleight of hand, which is also why I show them the shuffle. And I try to only do a few of these movements before I hand them the deck to do the rest of them. And so I'm just explaining about how this is the fairest shuffle I know and that I teach this to them. I'm showing this to them so that they can't think I'm doing any sneaky sleight of hand. And for whatever reason, when you do that kind of shuffle, that card is naturally just mathematically going to end up however many cards this is down from this packet. So from here we explain that we were talking about how events can sometimes interact or they have influence on each other, and we just reiterate that they cut the cards themselves, they chose the card themselves, they shuffled the deck themselves, they pretty much done everything themselves, and again we've tried to keep our hands off the cards as much as possible. From here we have them count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cards in this case. And their chosen card should be 16 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Be sure to practice this trick a few times. That way you can kind of get the words and the motions and the kind of audience management that is required for this trick. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.